Hello, everybody. I hope you guys are having a fantastic late evening, early night. Today, I do want to talk about Palantir. I don't have a really planned video, but I wanted to share some tweets and just give you some thinking off of my dome. Palantir, as you know, reached level 6 clearance for the Department of Defense. By doing this, they're joining one of 3 companies that have this. You have Microsoft, you have Amazon AWS, and now you have Palantir. I'm going to show you some amazing tweets in the community where they're comparing the companies, but just ask yourself a question. All these naysayers, all these haters on Palantir think that Palantir is a meme, think that Palantir is a fad, think that Palantir is not going to move forward. Take aside whether you support Palantir or not support Palantir in your personal feelings. Now think about it as an investor. Now, not only do I want you to think about it as an investor, I want the actual analysts to think about Palantir because it's no longer a fad. It's not something that can be avoided anymore. You have 3 companies that have something in this world. Palantir is one of those 3 companies. Microsoft is worth like 1.5 trillion. Amazon AWS is worth like 1.5 trillion. Palantir is worth pretty much nothing compared to them at 15 billion. Palantir is an absolute beast. Forget about all the amazing contracts that they just signed. Forget about all the publicity that they're getting. Forget about all of the ads and commercials that they keep running. Forget about the absolutely monster interviews that Dr. Alex Karp has been doing. The last 2 interviews were amazing. If you add Stanley Druckenmiller, the last 3 interviews were absolutely clutch, super dope. Can you really justify Palantir as a meme stock anymore? It is one of 3 companies in the freaking world that has something, this level 6 clearance. The level 6 clearance of the strongest, most technologically advanced, most militarily advanced, and the highest possible secrecy because of what I just said in the world. And Palantir has this clearance. Now, if you compare Amazon and Microsoft and Palantir, there's obviously a difference between these 3 companies. Now, I understand Microsoft and Amazon, they do amazing things, amazing, building, and they have so much more than just cloud services. But if you add Palantir compared to those behemoths, and don't forget, Palantir ate the lunch for AI revenue coming in, right? Remember there was like a report that came out, Palantir AI revenue. It's like the shareholders letter. I'm going to pull that up in a moment. And you could understand that Palantir is a freaking monster. The potential for Palantir is absolutely insane. When you couple that with the amazing contracts that they've been getting, machine learning contracts, AI learning contracts, preemptive measures contracts, supply chain and delivery, that plus this level 6, you gotta understand that Palantir is going to be a software prime, official software prime of the DoD, which means that everything goes through Palantir. When this war is over, and it comes out that Palantir is one of the main reasons, one of the main factors why Ukraine has a chance and can possibly win this thing or defend itself enough that this de-escalates the war in the future, Palantir is going to go on an absolute tear. And when you're buying a company at $8 a share that has a $15 billion valuation, that is in the same league, in the same conversation, and directly going in competition head-to-head with companies like Microsoft and companies like Amazon and companies like Google, so on and so forth, in any aspect of their business, I understand their business is huge. Well, that must mean something. This must mean that Palantir is a freaking monster, a sleeping freaking giant. This is a tweet that came out by Mike, at Mike09964617. Amazon, 1.16 trillion market cap, works with China. Microsoft, $1.7 trillion market cap, works with China. Palantir, $16.6 billion market cap, does not work with the CCP. All three have received Department of Defense Impact Level 6. Who do you think the Department of Defense is going to trust more with a $5 to $100 billion contract over the long term? Palantir said no to China since its inception. Pick wisely. This is a huge freaking deal. Huge deal. I would not be surprised if all of the main military aspects is going to go to Palantir, while the non-secretive military things was going to go to a Microsoft and is going to go to an Amazon. I would not be surprised at all. Palantir is going to take their freaking lunch in the long run. Freaking lunch. Palantir co-founder explains why he's proud to stick with the US over China and work with ICE. This came out on October 1st, 2020. The company, however, has distanced itself from others in Silicon Valley by refusing to work with one country in particular, China. Palantir even documented its refusal to work with the country and its communist government in an SEC filing to go public, saying it's inconsistent with the company's culture and mission. Palantir was not working with China. Palantir was not working with Russia before it was cool not to work with them. Before that was like, yes, that's the thing. F them all, America, America. Palantir was always on that road trip. It's just that other cars are now joining in the same road trip. It's very interesting. And I truly believe that Palantir is going to be rewarded, justly rewarded, for all of their consistency and 100% support of the United States government and her allies. Now, take away your personal feelings, which I think are absolutely insane that you're against America living in America, but take away your personal feelings. As an investor, you must see front line and center the absolute massive potential of Palantir, and your lips should probably burn if you call Palantir a meme stock. It's insane. It's insane. It's blasphemy if you say something like that at this particular point in juncture. This is my man, Chad Palantir. Shout out to him, @Chad Palantard. And I quote, "We look favorably upon Palantir Tech momentum in this area and maintain our buy rating." This is from Bank of America. News, Bank of America maintains a buy rating on Palantir after Impact Level 6 accreditation. Earlier, I said that Palantir is eating the lunch of Microsoft, Amazon, Google in AI contracts. This is from my man Arnie. Follow him at Arnie_Trezzi. Palantir better than Microsoft, Amazon, and Google in AI software sales by the IDC ranking. Little Palantir is ahead of the giants. Their sales were nearly 1.4 billion. The only ones close is Microsoft at 1.25 billion. As a matter of fact, Palantir is more than Google and IBM and AWS nearly put together. And now they're competing at the highest possible level of level 6 clearance for the Department of Defense. So I want to ask you this question. How can you not love Palantir at a $15 billion valuation? Palantir has around $2.5 billion of cash on hand. Palantir has like $2 or $3 billion of contracts coming up that they already signed. And they have a $950 million line of credit if they need it. Stock-based compensation is going down like crazy. This is one of the things that was holding them back. Another thing is government contracts were not going to come in. Well, Shyam Shankar says that the government has a shit ton of money and that money will be coming in soon and Palantir will probably profit from this. And he was absolutely right. He's like a freaking fortune teller. Look, the Palantir community is coming together. They're pushing forward 100%. I do believe that Palantir is going to come up crazy good in 2023. I thought it would be quarter 4, quarter 3, but now I'm actually looking at quarter 1 and 2 of 2023 because I do believe that government contracts are escalating. Now, I know everybody cares only about commercial contracts, but I do believe that the government contracts is what's going to keep you slow and steady through this recession. Good times, bad times, neutral times. government contracts, government spending, military government spending, especially right now with the geopolitical uncertainty, is not going to go anywhere. It's just going to keep going up, up, up. Guys, thank you so much. Somebody asked me, hey, Adam, what is this advertisement right here? Why do you have this business posting here? Well, if you guys have a clothing line, if you guys have an e-commerce business, if you have something that you would like me to advertise and it pertains to finance especially, and you are the right fit for me, I'm not just going to take anybody, hit me up with a comment, hit me up with a DM, and maybe we could do some business together. I get direct marketing, direct viewership. 50% of my viewers are returning subscribers. 50% of my viewers are new subscribers. And if you want a media blitz and you guys want me to make some videos on your products, I'll be happy to do that. Put it up on Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, and other platforms as well. Thank you so much. Please give me the likes, share, subscribe. Tomorrow morning at 7:30, this channel, I will be filming the CPI data live. Have a great evening.